Welcome to the Unraveling the Scriptures channel. Ancient Egypt, the legendary land of Meroe, son of Ham, continues to fascinate and intrigue humanity with its deeply guarded mysteries and secrets. Even today, this civilization sparks the curiosity of many, especially due to its incredible pyramids, which seem to defy the laws of physics. Who truly built these colossal structures? How were blocks weighing tons transported and stacked, reaching buildings that stand at an impressive 482 feet tall? In this video, we will explore an intriguing theory: the giants who supposedly inhabited ancient Egypt and ruled as kings. These beings, with immense strength, are said to have played a crucial role in the creation of these architectural wonders. Additionally, we will talk about the Nephilim, giants mentioned in ancient traditions, who are also believed to have walked the land of Kush, in Nubia, ancient Africa. If you're curious to uncover these hidden secrets of history, be sure to leave your like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share this video in your WhatsApp groups so that more people can discover these fascinating revelations. Giants in ancient Egypt and the land of Kush, hidden mysteries revealed. In recent years, the study of biblical giants has sparked growing interest, both among those deeply studying the scriptures and those fascinated by knowledge about the Holy Scriptures. A topic that is rarely discussed, however, is the presence of giants in cultures outside the Middle East. Yes, these gigantic beings also inhabited regions like Egypt in northern Africa, and the lands of Kush, which encompass Nubia, Ethiopia, Somalia, Chad, and nearby areas. In addition to the Middle East, these African civilizations also have accounts of giants who were revered as kings or seen as monstrous beings, often considered descendants of deities. Archaeologists have found evidence suggesting the veneration and existence of these beings in antiquity, further strengthening these accounts. The term Anakim, or sons of Anak, refers to one of the races of giants mentioned in the scriptures. This word is related to the Sumerian Anunnaki, which means, those who came from heaven, or those who fell from heaven. In other words, the sons of Anak are literally described as descendants of those who came from the heavens. What is remarkable is that nearly all ancient cultures around the world have narratives about giants who once walked the earth, suggesting that these beings were not just a local legend but a belief shared by many civilizations throughout history. These stories continue to resonate within cultural memories, leaving behind a legacy that sparks curiosity and mystery to this day. A fascinating fact that lends even more weight to these accounts of giants is an ancient mural found in the pyramids of Nubia and Egypt, depicting a giant holding, in his arms, none other than two elephants. This intriguing image can be seen in the region of Nubia, Africa, along a route that stretches north from Khartoum, following a narrow desert road toward the ancient city of Meroe. For those who travel this path, the landscape transforms in a magical way, revealing an impressive spectacle, dozens of steep pyramids emerging on the horizon, as if appearing from a mirage. Meroe, the ancient capital of the Kingdom of Kush, son of Ham, remains an area of great archaeological interest. With each visit, the feeling that there is always more to discover persists. The site is divided by a road that separates two distinct scenes. To the east lies the ancient royal cemetery, with about 50 sandstone and red brick pyramids, varying in height, many with their tops damaged by time. To the west are the ruins of the royal city, including a palace, temples, and an ancient royal center. Each of these structures displays a unique architecture, blending influences from both ancient Egyptian and Nubian styles. These buildings stand as testaments to the grandeur of a kingdom that, beyond its majesty and power, may have harbored beings as imposing as the legends of giants suggest. The evidence found in the art and structures of these ancient peoples only reinforces the magnitude and mystery surrounding these narratives. The Nubian civilization, known as the Kingdom of Kush, also called the Kingdom of the Kushites, is thought to have begun around 2500 BC, though some scholars claim it was already a powerful kingdom by 1500 BC. This civilization was responsible for producing some of the most beautiful pottery in the Nile Valley, in what is now modern Sudan. The Kingdom of Kush was highly coveted for its abundant natural resources, especially gold, ebony, and ivory. The British Museum collection contains many artifacts made from these resources acquired in Sudan. Like other kingdoms, ancient Egypt was also drawn to the region's valuable natural resources, which led to a series of conflicts and disputes over control of trade between the Egyptians and the Kushites. However, at times, relations between them were amicable. By 1700 BC, the Kingdom of Kush was already the most powerful in the Nile Valley, which resulted in clashes with Egypt, culminating in the conquest of Kush by Pharaoh Thutmose I between 1504 and 1492 BC. Meanwhile, the Neolithic cultures to the west and south of Kush remained intact, as these areas were beyond the reach of the Egyptian rulers. The ancient city of Meroe stands out, particularly for an impressive mural painting depicting a giant carrying two elephants, a sight that still sparks curiosity to this day. Meroe is known for housing an astonishing number of pyramids, although many are in a state of ruin. The pyramids of Meroe have sizes and proportions quite different from those found elsewhere in Nubia. Moreover, several enigmatic objects have been discovered, including reliefs and paintings on the walls of burial chambers. One of the most intriguing finds is a painting depicting an ancient giant, identified as an Anakim or Rephaim, holding two elephants, one in each arm. According to some accounts, this giant was an impressive 18 feet tall, or perhaps even more, which would explain his strength to carry elephants. The features of this giant are not typical of a Nubian person. He is described as having a more reddish skin tone and light-colored hair, possibly red. This ancient painting is considered one of the main pieces of evidence of the existence of a race of red-haired giants, with 6 fingers, who supposedly inhabited the ancient world, particularly in the land of Kush, in Nubia. The historian Flavius Josephus, in AD 79, wrote about one of the giants who inhabited the land of Canaan, specifically in the region of Bashan, near Syria. This giant was said to have lived in the 13th century BC, during the time when Joshua led the people of Israel under God's guidance. Josephus described these giants as having colossal bodies, with disproportionate features, and noted that their faces were not human, which made them terrifying despite their imposing visual presence. According to the historian, the voice of these beings was deep and rough, similar to the roar of a lion. Additionally, several paintings found on ancient Egyptian murals depict the pyramid builders as gigantic individuals, with heights ranging between 16 and 20 feet. Experts believe these giants possessed the ability to lift enormous blocks, weighing between 5 and 7 tons, without exerting their full strength. At the peak of their physical capacity, they could lift even heavier loads. Some of these murals also show giant kings ruling ancient Egypt, while others depict much smaller servants in comparison to the towering giant rulers. These visual records strengthen the idea that, in antiquity, there existed a race of giants who played important roles in society and in the grand constructions of the time. An intriguing question still lingers among researchers: what was the origin of the ancient races of giants who inhabited the lands of Kush, Mizraim, and Sudan shortly after the flood? According to the Bible, 5 races of giants are mentioned: the Rephaim, Anakim, Emim, Zuzim, and Zamzumim. However, it is unclear to which of these races the giants described in these regions belonged. Some theorists suggest that the pyramids of ancient Egypt were built by these giants, who supposedly worked together. According to this theory, these monumental structures were erected under the orders of their parents, who were considered the very gods of Egypt. These gods, in turn, granted extraordinary strength and abilities to their children, the giants, to accomplish such feats. From this perspective, the pharaohs and other humans were merely subjects of these giants, receiving orders and guidance from these Egyptian deities to govern and execute the great projects. But the truth is that the ancient gods of Egypt were not truly deities, but demons or fallen angels. How do we know this? The answer is simple: when Moses and Aaron, by the power of God, turned Aaron's staff into a serpent, the magicians and sorcerers of Egypt did the same, but through the entities they served. These entities were none other than demons, granting them power to perform such feats. I hope you all enjoyed this video on the giants of antiquity, especially in the land of Kush and Egypt. Stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.